In this video, I want to cover the final element of the checkout page in JigoShop, and that is the payment options that you give to people down below here. Now, you'll see right now we've got check payment or PayPal, our two options right now. We can change those under settings here in JigoShop, and you go to payment gateways. There's a whole page just for this. And what this shows you is all the available options to you. You have to enable them, as we've done here for checks and PayPal. And if you don't, of course, they won't appear. And what options you have on this page will depend on whether you've added extensions onto JigoShop. Other payment gateways and that sort of thing, they'll show up here. And again, you'd have to enable them first before they appeared. Okay. Now, the nice thing about JigoShop is that it hides the options that you're not choosing. So in this case, it's telling me a bit about check payment. In fact, I'd give all the information here of where to send the check and so forth. Or if I choose PayPal, it reveals just the PayPal information. Okay, and you control those from the settings here. This is where you put in the wording that people are going to see. I can also change the title of this. I don't want to say check payment necessarily. For example, I could take off, let's say I took off PayPal completely here. Let's just save this. I've done this before with clients where they don't want to accept credit cards. They maybe are a wholesaler, for example, and they just want people to submit an order and they'll be invoiced and that sort of thing. Maybe not all the material is going to be there in time for them, so they're going to change the order and invoice the person. So you just simply exit as check payment, but I could change that wording to say, place your order for invoicing or something like that. So there's lots of freedom, lots of options here, of course. Let's put PayPal back in here, and I'm going to actually put in an address here. This address, by the way, is not shown in the form. It's hidden away in back here, so it's not there for spammers to go and grab, for people to get. I'll show you what I mean when we refresh here. So now we've got PayPal as our option, okay. Let me just show you in the back end here. I'm going to view page source. And if we scroll down here all the way to the bottom, you're going to see there's PayPal right here, but there's no mention of your address. Okay, so that's good. That's good for security. That all gets passed along behind the scenes. We're going to place our order right now. We've made sure, let's switch this over here so we've got some shipping. Okay, PayPal, place our order. Now it's going to take us to PayPal, and you're going to see one of the advantages of checkout. There's actually a message there you can't see because in this theme it's not showing up properly. Okay, so there's our dinner plate and our shipping costs shown. Now, let's say I'm not going to use a PayPal account, I'm going to use my credit card. I click on this. Now watch what happens here. It loads all the information for my billing and my contact information. It takes that from what I've got in JigoShop. So that's one of the advantages of using these shopping carts is you can do everything on your site and it gets passed along at the last moment to the payment gateway. Now I can still change things here if I need to, but at least it saves a lot of time and energy. Let me just go back here. I'm going to do a couple of clicks to get us back. There we go. So again, lots and lots of options for you here. If I go back over to my settings here and I enable, say, bank transfers. So you enter, let's say, the name of your bank, HSBC. Let's just put in an account number here. Say that's your account name, a sorting code. I'm just going to put in a bunch of things here. And let's go down and save this. I refresh my checkout now. There we go. So now I've got bank transfer as an option. I drop that down and it's going to show all this information. Now this information will be visible behind the scenes there, if somebody wanted to come along and gather that. So you'd want to be careful whether you want to use this. They're just transferring to your bank account, so it's not horrible. Maybe they'll just put money in your account. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so there's your options there. As I switch, it goes like that. So very, very handy, very powerful. As I say, there's not a lot that comes with it, but having PayPal as the basic here in the free plugin is probably the most you're going to need at all. There are a couple of other options they offer down here. Skrill and DIBS FlexWin, if you're using those are built in already into JigoShop by default. And as I say, there are extensions that allow you to add other kinds of payment gateways. But that's basically how things are going to run for allowing people to pay in different ways on your website.